What's happening, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
It's Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we are excited to be on the Car Guy Coffee podcast live today. So pumped up to be brewing with you.
That's
because, folks, we're doing what sales pros got to do. And that's make sure that we get in some follow-ups. So this is a follow-up with another great in the industry. And we can't wait to get this brew with you. Man, Fred, I'm excited. I don't know about
you. Dude, I mean, I got to tell you, I'm excited too, bro. And the big thing about this is this person's been on the show before, but we've got to meet him in person so many times, shake hands, embrace each other with hugs, and you could just feel the love that comes out of this guy. I mean, he loves this industry. He loves the people in this industry, and he loves encouraging others to be more. And that's why we have him on the show today. That's why we're doing a follow-up. And yes, sales pros out there, follow up is one of the most important things we do. Most of y'all miss out on that opportunity. So let's change it and let's make sure we get stronger at that. And that's what we're doing today. It's the follow up. So we got somebody great for you all.
We do have somebody great for you folks. And you want to make sure that you get as many of your car guys and car gals up inside of this
What up, Jason?
Session. Man, we got Jason Grimes up in here, who will burn up a track being fueled by Car Guy Coffee. Thank you so much, Jason, for being in here. For those of you that don't know, we do have a drag racer out there. Jason Grimes Racing is making some things happen, especially in the Ohio Speedway. And we are excited to be supporting great people that are doing great things and building family with those inside of the community. We love you, Jason. Thank you so much for being here today. We're pumped up about it. But the rest of you need to jump in here too. He is a true car guy, but you go ahead and tag a car guy.
Tag a car gal
and
share. Get it out there, man. We need some people in here, but you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm super excited to get this guy on the screen. Like I said, he's super amazing about everything he does. And he has recently written a book, and we're going to talk about that. And it
looks a lot like this. It looks like, bam,
there he is, the one, the only, right there. I'm excited.
Handsome schmantsome guy
to see this book, and I can't wait to get my signed copy of it, folks. And it's available, and we're going to show you how to get this book, how to learn more about this book. But let's learn more about what's going on in the one, the only, Ed Roberts. Let's check out his life. What's up, bro?
Hey. How we doing, guys?
Oh, we are excited. Pumped up to see you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. There we go. Yes. Heck yeah. We are excited for you to be back. Ed, where are you jumping in and brewing with us from today?
I am in Orlando, Florida. I'm holding a conference down here this weekend, so I'm here through Sunday. I'm holding a parts service club event for all the Ford dealers in the southeastern market.
Man,
well,
that's
that's got to be about as magical as business, my friend, especially the solutionaries that are out there making things happen. We're so glad that you're here. Welcome back to the party.
Thank you. So yes, coming to you guys from a hotel here in Orlando, the Rosin Single Creek.
Man. Oh, I love that place. That's like my favorite place to go if I'm not like going to Disney. The Shingle Creek spot is glorious. Make sure that you enjoy a good long
golf course right there. You can go take a little walk on before the course opens up. It's beautiful. It is. I love
that place.
And as soon as you walk into the what do you call that? The foyer, right? When you walk into where you get to get greeted, it's beautiful. It's set up so nicely. I mean,
Spanish architecture,
and it's very affordable, my friend. So go check that place out. You'll love it. I'm telling you, it's a great spot and
great resort. Yes.
Yes, a great spot to host an event. I recall Digital Dealer hosting their event out there. It's an excellent resort. Shout out to Shingle Creek. You all know how to make sure that you give a great experience, and it is a great place to visit if you all are ever in the Orlando area and you like to golf. That is an incredible course. Go to check out Shingle Creek. That's a interesting correlation to just our connectedness. Brother, we love you, we miss you, and man, we've had so much great times being able to just talk with you just a little bit as we've gone to these different events. Man, it's never enough, but we're so thankful for every bit that we get. But we're just so thankful that you're taking the time with us today to do this.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. We're trying to squeeze everything together, get the event off. Speaking of the golf course, we're playing golf first thing in the morning. That's part of the event that we put together down here. So appreciate you guys having me on, and it's going to be a fun-filled 4 days.
We appreciate you for squeezing this in here now. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're pumped up. You know, like I said, I know you're not only just doing this event, but you've been on a lot of shows lately. You've been promoting this book, and it's a great thing because I'm excited about it. I can't wait to read it. I love reading people that I know really know, and I love reading their books when they do write them, and man, they always impact me in one form or another, right? Like it helps me figure out ways that I can be more tomorrow. And that's the thing. Like I'm always looking for that. I'm looking for ways, and that's important that we do that. So that being said, folks, let's go. We got some great questions for you. I'd love to talk to you about some more about what's going on. For one, let's start with this. What are you doing right now? Right? What's going on? What's the event that you keep talking about? Tell everybody a little bit about it.
So I'm at the Parts and Service Club event in Orlando, Florida. It's where we put all the Ford dealers together and express to them that we're not just in the service business, we're in the customer service business.
Bingo.
And so if everybody could take back something from that and go back and make their stores better, that's what it's all about. A lot of times dealers become very competitive with each other and they don't share anything. And the one that loses is the customer in the end. And if we can help each other get better, then we all win because we make our industry better and we keep them out of the aftermarket. And that's really our true competitor.
Wow.
100%.
There's a big old gem he just dropped for everybody to grab right there. It's so true. And that works in the way that we treat our customers in service or in sales, but also us vendors. We have to be responsible. We have to team up and not fight each other, actually share each other's secrets and help make the experience better for the dealers and for the managers that are working in those stores, and then the sales pros, which all the way translates to the people buying cars. So it's a big deal. And I agree with that. Unity, everyone on the same mission, rowing in the same direction. That's big. Love it.
And you're a master at that. You are an absolute master at that. For those of you that are in the industry that do not know about Ed Roberts, well, you better ask somebody, because this dude knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And I love how you fit together all of those F's inside of the way that your event is happening. That's definitely in line with us. Speaking of dropping some F-bombs, you know how we got to get the show started.
No doubt.
Before we get too in
we
depth.
do. And there's these F-bombs.
Get ready to rock.
But I got to say, what's up to Tony Lucas? What's up? And I know he's been to your school.
What's up, Tony?
He has checked out your location, so he knows. And there's a reason why he calls you one of your favorite peoples. So let's go.
Yeah.
So folks, we got this.
Good.
That's right. We got these things called the F-bombs. Right. And these F-bombs don't offend the moms.
That's right.
These are the ones that you can do and you can feel great after you're doing it. It feels a little awkward until you get it done. And I'm telling you, first thing we do is we put our hands on our shoulders. We're going to wipe off the weight of unforgiveness. And then we're going to focus on where we go. And then we're going to fly together. Ready? On the count of three. Lou, cue the music. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Fly. And keep growing. Keep growing. That's right.
Everybody. Here we go. Now we're ready for the follow-up. Here we go, everybody. So, Ed, you were brewing many solutions for the industry prior to us meeting you. It's because of those solutions that you've been brewing, the quality of them that has even put it into the smells of the air that got us wanting to brew solutions with you. So we've honored that. We've always watched that and seen it since.
That's right.
We've had the chance to capture a 5-liner with you, which you all should go back and listen to. Just go ahead and drop in search Car Guy Coffee, Ed Roberts 5-liner. You'll find that, and he drops some incredible stuff, but you'll know a little bit more behind the man himself. But in that time, Ed, you've still been doing so much. It's like you've done an entire lifetime worth of work in between that time, and we honor that. You know what I'm saying, though, right? It's been go, go, go. What has it been that you have been seeing most of those inside of fixed ops seeking inside of their stores? So there's a lot of solutions that they're coming for, but what is like, this is the one flavor of ice cream that they've all been looking for, or they keep asking this question and we keep trying to brew this solution. What is the one major elephant that everybody is trying to tackle that you've noticed in the industry recently in fixed ops?
Well, one of the things that a lot of people come to our store, and we're fortunate for that we get visited frequently. And a lot of times, or almost every time, they ask, what is the one thing that made the biggest difference? And there's not a silver bullet. And it's the little things, it's numerous little things done repeatedly over time that develops that culture and develops that loyalty and develops all those things together. But if there's one thing that stands true to all that, it's what we can control. All of us control attitude and effort, but what we control to our people is our commitments that we make to them. Yes. And if we hold true to our commitments or circle back up when there's for some reason that we can't, then they understand that we're not just feeding them a line of crap and that we're just carrying them down this path. They understand and they help find resolutions to different things. But there's no one silver bullet. It's multiple things done repeatedly over time.
So true. So true. That's That's good stuff. Just to follow up on that, no pun intended, car guys and car gals, but to continue on that path. So knowing that there's so many different bolts and screws and parts that build the vehicle itself. Not, you don't want to take any one piece out of it. It's all assembled for a purpose. Knowing that, why has it been such a passion of yours to be able to make sure that you fix in education on every level inside of the dealership? You guys have, I mean, you are forerunners in setting up curriculum and education for your people, because it's an investment into your people. That's the thing. We've had a shortage of people in the industry too, quality people. But why is education and the perfecting it been so much of your passion, Ed? To the point you wrote a book.
Yes, we want to develop people. Developing people is really what sets us apart. And a lot of times we look for that turnkey player. And sometimes they can be turnkey, but they're not turnkey across the board. They're still bringing luggage with them and whatever else. And if we develop our own people, then we bring our own ideas to surface, and they embrace them that much more. So it's all about developing. And this year, as you guys well know, this year, the big part of it has been building Bozard University. And you guys are a piece of that with Grain to Great. And, but it's about developing our people and making them a better human. And when we make them a better human, they can do their job more effectively and efficiently. Then they feel more comfortable, and they feel more fulfilled when they go home at the end of the day.
Love it. Dropping F-bombs, man. You dropped that fulfilled. Dropped another F-bomb.
Big time, man. Yeah, I love it. And these are the good F-bombs that don't offend the moms. These are the ones that develop your people. I love that you said that. I mean, I got to bring that quote back up. I had to type it up and show it to people again. Developing people is what sets us apart. Bing, 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 bing. Hello. Listen to that. Listen to that, my friends.
No matter what industry.
It's real. Thank you.
No matter what industry, the opportunities are out there.
Bingo. And if you do that, people feel like there's something, like you talked about. It's hard right now to, Lou said that a moment ago. He said it's hard to get quality people. That's because quality people are looking for quality locations. And when you offer this development for them and you show them a clear path on how to get to the next level and then to the next level, and they see that and they put the work in, they get encouraged. It's not a guessing game anymore. It's not like, why'd they get promoted and I didn't get promoted? Why'd they get the job and I didn't? No, it's we put the work in and I get there, and everyone encourages each other. But that's important, developing people. Man, I love that you said that. And I know that's why you guys are leading the way in so many ways. Always looking for improvement too. That's massive. And thank you for the shout out for our Green to Great program. We do love that program, and that's actually an evolving thing for us too. And we're excited to show everybody the world what we're getting ready to drop here really soon too. We got another set coming out. So anyway,
awesome. And I do love the plug on that. That's what we love, though, is that one, you give so much love to other people, and you are honest with the love you give.
Oh,
there's something big sometimes, and I get it, folks. We are some bubbly boys in the industry. We are all about giving loves and high fives and hugs to everybody. 1,000,000%. And inside of that, we do reserve a little bit of it if it's not merited, right? We're not necessarily going to give our yes to something that we don't believe in, and we know you won't either. We recall, even while setting up and setting you all up for the Green to Great program, you kept us real deal Holyfield. Right?
Oh no, he don't mess around.
He wasn't playing.
It wasn't like because we're friends. It was right. It was a layup, right? It was like, no, I'm going to block your shot. You better shoot over this, right? And sure enough, and that is what's going on. You're making sure that the development is the right development, right? Because there's so many ways to be developed, right? But I love that about you, man, and I respect that so much, brother. Seriously.
You guys kept swinging, and that was the deal. Is, hey, I don't want to just throw something out there and it be quiet, and that is what it is. And like you just said, it's continuing to evolve, and that's what we want. We want to be a part of something that's continuing to evolve. So if I have to bring people back through it, maybe someone just started out and we send them through it, and then I need to bring them back through it 6 months from now, there's additional content they can pick up from it. And that's what it's all about. It's ongoing growth.
Amen.
So true. And the piece of that we love inside of leadership, and this is what we encourage all car guys and car gals. It doesn't matter what the area it is that you're leading, setting the expectations. And that's what you all do. You set the expectations and you help to chart a path. Just highlighting real quick that Green to Great program. Let's go ahead and bring a lovely face in here that you all may be familiar with. I know, Ed, you are very familiar with the one, the only Miss Letty.
My name is Grace. I'm from Bozard Ford Lincoln. About a few months ago, we purchased the Green to Great program and implemented it with two great gentlemen who just started selling cars. Never been in automotive before, never sold cars before. One of them sold 15 cars in his first month, and the other one sold 16 cars just last month. So they are being extremely successful, and both gave me really positive feedback that the Green to Great course gave them just that little bit of confidence to get started. So it's awesome.
Bingo.
The lovely Letty's daughter right there. And it's so awesome that we do have people like that are there, and also to show grace. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for, again, highlighting that. We appreciate you.
Grace is doing a phenomenal job. She sets the bar high for herself, and it just carries on what we do at Bozard. She's doing a phenomenal job for us.
She is definitely leading the way in so many ways too, and she's a shining star. We got to do some roundtables with her over at Digital Dealer, and she's quick with it. Your whole crew, I mean, like everyone, they always had a great opinions and great insight, and they also took great opinions from others and used them and were like writing them down. So you could see them. You could see the mind working. I love those perspectives. Phenomenal. Grace
Wheels are always turning.
Yeah, I love it. Good peoples, and that's the reason why you guys are leading the way. Once again, it's all about developing your people, and you're doing it left in, left, right, everywhere.
If you develop people, they want to get better, and when they want to get better, they don't leave you. And when they don't leave you, you're not starting back over again. When you bring somebody else in, you're always progressing forward and progressing forward and progressing forward. And we consistently run less than 10% throughout the store in turnover annually, much less than 10%. We'll just leave it less than 10% because it's unheard of in the car business. Because we're constantly progressing our people. And when you can do that, we're off to the races.
Wow. I'm telling you, 10%. Folks,
I mean, I'm blown
nationwide, the average is 67%, folks. Wow.
I didn't know that stat about you guys. Wow.
I didn't. I had a feeling. I'll be honest.
Yeah, we knew you had one.
But I was thinking, like, if it's 30-40%, you're crushing it compared to everyone else, right? So to say that's phenomenal. And it's exactly right. It's the people in there leading the way, encouraging each other, empowering each other, right? Doing all those things, educating. So I love that. So great.
Wow,
man. And speaking of educating, let's talk about this book a little bit more, man. I want to get into this because, what inspired you, Ed Roberts, who, you're on top of the world. You've really done amazing things, and what you do the most, and what I love the most about you isn't necessarily even what you do at the dealership, because you do some great things there. It's how you share that, like you said, with so many others out there in this world, right? You're not scared to give the secret. You'll lead everybody to the water. It's up to them to drink it, right? So what inspired you to write this book?
Well, some of you out there know my story, and I come from very humble beginnings, and someone once gave me a chance, and I want to allow people to develop and grow and be better than what they thought they could be. But for about 20 years, people's been telling me, Ed, you're going to have to put this in a book at some point. And I've just kind of shrugged it off. And for the last 10 years, I started making notes. I said, well, maybe when I retire, if I'm just sitting around, give me something to do. I started making notes. And last year, when I was talking with NADA about speaking again this year, they said, we want you to hold a class on service leadership. And I thought about that for a few minutes. And my response back to them was, there's no such thing. Leadership is leadership. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. And I made that note to put in my book, and that was the last note that I made before I started writing it. And so then I started writing the book, and Letty Bozard wrote the foreword, and then I wrote the about the author. And those are the only two things that ever mention anything about the car industry. The rest of it is about developing people, hiring well, and building on their strengths, and don't focus on the weaknesses. Those weaknesses are opportunities, and we work on those opportunities to make them better. And if we do those things, it doesn't matter what industry we're in. We can make people better. And when they feel more confident in what they're doing, we're going to throw another F word out there. They feel fulfilled, and when they feel fulfilled, they're not leaving. They're not going anywhere, and they will continue to run that race with you. And there's three different, and there's all kinds of ways to classify people, but let's look at it from the boat standpoint, and we've all seen these pictures. You got the hole drillers, you got the ones along for the ride, you got the ones rowing. And when you're continuing to develop your people, you got more and more of those people rowing. And when everybody is rowing, and you don't have any hole drillers, and there occasionally you got somebody that's having a bad day, and they might be along for the ride for that day, but they will have the row back in their hand tomorrow. That's when you really start making up some ground.
Bingo.
Strong.
And that's exactly right. You know, and no wonder NADA is like, hey, will you do a class on leadership?
Need a little bit of that, please.
I think you can teach this class to, it doesn't matter what department, what business, anything. The way that we're talking, this is like you said, it transitions to any type of business that's out there. It really starts with developing your people. If you want to grow, you got to develop your people. You got to look for folks that fill in the weaknesses that you personally have, possibly, right? Because we all have greatness inside of us, but it's not like we're perfect at everything, right? We want to be, and we strive to work harder at those things. But if we find other folks that are great at that, it lifts us up, right? That's how you get buoyant. That's how you float, and that's how you really start to move, right? Then you start to get all the fancy people in there, and they give you the motor, and you're just scooting across that water, just going. And I'm telling you, that is where it starts, with people. And if you get the right people, you will be that yacht just moving. And I'm telling you, it's important. So Ed, you're hitting this right. The nail, here's the hammer. You're like, ding, perfect, one hit. It's going. I'm excited. This book, An Endless Journey to Effective Leadership. Huge. Folks, you see this down there. You go to mile1leadership.com. You're going to learn a lot more about this book. You're going to be able to purchase this book. You're going to be able to learn more about Ed's story. There's so much in there. I know you guys can go and watch the show that we have. Please do go back and watch the 5-liner. But we got this show that we're going to share some more about this book. And I'm glad that you all are here, but I have to keep throwing that out there. It's a good looking cover. That guy on there, man. I'm telling you.
Guy.
Look at this handsome guy, right? Mile one.
It's amazing what you can do with Photoshop.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the only reason. Yeah, we got these glows. It's all Photoshop, right? So anyway, but it is. Check out this book, Mile One. An Endless Journey.
Coming July 20th. A lot of times, and in the first chapter, I'll give a little bit of that away. In the first chapter, we all just think, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, but I don't know where to get started. And that was kind of the same thing with writing a book. But Mile One really helps break that down and break it down to where it's very achievable. And you start to envision, I can do that. And not only can I do it, but that would be fairly easy for me to do. Then you move on to the next one and the next one. So your next task that you need to handle, whether it's people, whatever it may be, is your next Mile One. And it's always the next thing you need to work on. It's the next Mile One. It's the next Mile One. That's our low-hanging fruit. And there's always low-hanging fruit because we're on an endless journey. And if it's endless, we can always get better. There's always something we can get better at.
That. It's like, it gets me to think of think like a child, always looking to learn, right? Always be there. You know, it symbolizes so much to me, right? And I think that's where the key is for all of us effective leaders. It's always to look back like it's Mile One, right? Because you're always, you got to keep not necessarily proving, but you got to keep putting in that work. You got to keep showing, because leading is by example in a lot of cases. I'm telling you, in all cases, I should say, right? So, you know, you got to do by example, so so if you want them to learn, what are you supposed to do, right? You're supposed to stay at least a week ahead of them, is what I always say, right? Stay a week ahead of your people and you're going to be fine. And I'm telling you, it's huge. Mile One. I love the title. I love the idea behind phenomenal. It is. It's starting to really make me think about so many other things in my life. So it's phenomenal. Yeah. Great title.
Now, when you talk shop, I mean, we're talking shop here, right? When you're trying to make sure that you can communicate this to the people that you're around, we all see Ed Roberts all across the country, right? You are known amongst the industry. You are a celebrity to us. I mean, you really are, and that's huge. But there's a measure of familiarity that the people that are around you every day, get the chance to have. How is it that you maintain keeping them recognized and listen, I'm going to keep you building, but I have to keep building myself. This is why I go to where I go, in order to come back and be able to deliver for you. How is it that you maintain that relationship? Because there are so many leaders that say, man, I can't afford to leave. I can't get out of here to leave. Right. And they don't prioritize the importance of going and getting poured into. You have countless people that are there right now, right? That are there to be poured into for a specific task. While, you know, everybody on break is between going to the bathroom and if they're having a cup of coffee, they're checking in on the store, trying to solve problems, handling stuff. We all know what the breaks look like, right? Everybody's scrambling and trying to handle business. We know. But how is it or why is it that it's so important for people to be able to do what it is that you're doing? And how do you make sure that your people at home recognize that importance as well, that it's for them too?
Good question.
It's transparency. But going back to what you said, I'm too busy to get out of the store and whatever else. There's a chapter in the book that's busy versus effective. A lot of times we make ourselves busy, but when we're not necessarily as effective as we could be. So there's something in there where you can learn from that. But the opportunity is it's expressing that, sharing that vision with everybody that we are on a journey. And not only am I working to get better, but I need them to work to get better. And another example of that is I'm going to have 12 people out of my store here on Friday here at this convention that I'm holding here. And I have zero worries about things not being handled because every one of those guys will pick up the pieces for the other ones and it'll truck right along. And our customers will never know that we're down 12 people out of our staff plus whatever calls in or whatever it may be. Come Friday, it'll be business as usual because they're there to support each other. And when somebody's not growing, the other one's picking it up for them.
Come on.
Come on, right there.
You got to prioritize it, but it's important to you, right? And whatever is truly important to you, you will make the space for, and you're making sure that happens. And that's awesome, brother. That's great leadership. Didn't know that was in the book yet. I'm getting even more excited to
I can't wait to get mine. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of a reading spurt right now anyway, and I just finished I'm 1.5 books in after a couple weeks, and it's just I'm ready for the next one. So I can't wait for this book. I know it's going to be great, folks. Once again, mile1leadership.com. Go down there, click on that. Oh, I guess you can't click on that. Type that into your phone, right? And go out there. I also inside the description, if you're watching LinkedIn, you will see the link for this, and I will make sure that all the Facebook links have it also. So if you guys are tuning in on the replay, you could always just go to the description of this and click on it. All right. So great book. Get on there. You can buy it now, and it'll be there. You said July 24th is when they're getting released, right?
July 20th is when they're releasing. They'll probably be in your mailbox by the 24th. By the time I sign them, get them to you. Everybody that pre-orders, I'm signing, and so they're all coming to me first, and I'll sign them and get them out. You'll see them sometime in that week, the week of the 20th.
Yeah,
come on,
folks.
Yeah,
go grab you hot off the press.
Get off of it.
Get first editions. Let's make it happen. Let's show and pour out love to this man because he deserves it. But I'm gonna tell you, beyond that, if you don't even know him, get this book because it's gonna help you so much. If you're looking to become a more effective leader and understanding what the daily grind of a leader is, this is it. This is the book. This will show you what it looks like. So come on.
Check out Tony. I bought a bunch. I am giving them for double.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out there real quick. Tony's bought one. Fred's on there, but it is heartwarming to know that industries out there are hungry for leadership. I'm closed in on 3,000 pre-orders, and that's phenomenal for a first-time book that I've written. It just lets me know that people believe in what we do and that they're hungry for it as well. And that's what it's all about, is make people better.
So true. So
that's what you're all about. Once again, folks, I'm going to go back to this quote that he had said earlier. Developing people is what sets us apart. It's all about that, my friends. And this is what this book is for. It's to help develop you leaders, you future leaders, you current leaders, you leaders who feel like, I don't know if this is what I need to do. Read this, get inspired. I'm telling you, it'll change you. And that's what it's about. I'm really pumped up. You got me excited, man. I really can't wait to read this book. Tony, you got a bunch of copies. I'm sure he's passing them out to his team members, man, because that's what Tony does. He supports people he loves. And I appreciate you, Tony, for supporting us, buying some of our swag and all that kind of stuff, man. He's just an amazing guy, just does amazing things out there.
He is.
Real recognizes real.
That's right. And
that's right.
And he was recognizing some real skills when it came to rock, paper, scissors over in Tampa. And he was a great judge for that moment as we fought to help make sure that a doodle found a happy home. Christine, that's for you. So for those of you that want to know a little bit more about Ed, make sure that you are, one, blowing him up and thanking him for the wisdom that he's dropping right here inside of this show. But make sure that you go check him out. Ed, what is the best way for people to be able to get a hold of you?
Go to my website, and you can order the book there. Go to LinkedIn if you want to get a hold of me. All of my contact information is on LinkedIn. So just look me up on LinkedIn, Ed Roberts. My cell number's there. The answer is no if you don't ask. So don't be afraid to reach out. I usually respond to everything. Sometimes it's not in the same day, but I'll respond at some point, usually within 24 hours. But I'm willing to help in any way I can. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Truth.
Come on.
I know that. And he does. All that information's there. It's as simple as just reaching out. Listen, it like he said, the worst thing that can happen is a no. But the best thing that can happen is something that I know he's going to say is yes. He's going to give you advice. He's going to help you. He's going to have a conversation. He'll come on your show. If you're a podcaster, if you're somebody out there that wants to have him on your show, reach out to him. He's humble. He will make time for you. I promise. He loves to share the great news.
Yes.
That's what I love about him.
Yeah,
he loves to share the great news, which is automotive, my friends. It is automotive. There's so many great things happening. So many great leaders out there wanting to grow and get better. We are shifting. Join the shift. Be part of this, man. Go out there and get this book. I'm telling you, mile 1. Get it.
It's time to fly.
It is definitely time to fly. And, we know you have so much that you're brewing right now. We just want to make sure that we do encourage people, especially inside of the fixed ops focus, to be able to reach out to somebody that does know how to fuse together the development of people to the getting the job done. So many times we are so focused on the mission that we forget the men and the women that are right there with us, and making sure that they have space to be able to invest inside of them. Do that. It's a priority. It's very, very, very important. Ed Roberts is definitely an example into the industry. You are so well respected for the way that you care well. And we want to make sure that more and more car guys and car gals are like you, because this is such a great industry. It is such a great place. And inside of this information age that we're in, people like you and many others that are education driven need to go ahead and use their voice. We need to get out there to share that, because people are hungry for that. You're so right, Ed. This is a information consuming generation that's coming behind us right now. They absorb information more than any generation that's ever been. Okay. And they do it faster, quicker, and sometimes with not so much of the feels as what we used to go through. And we have to find a way to communicate with them effectively. And brother, we love that you do that. We love that you are such a time-tested veteran that is not stopping and growing and learning and trying to improve and get better. And that's such a great example for everybody. I mean, I can talk forever about how awesome you are and why we honor you so much, but when we analyze and we take a look at the quality of the bean we're brewing with, folks, this is the type of person you want to grind with. This is the person you want to try to get better with. But right now, people that are hungry for education, you can get it. It's there. Go find it. And especially in our industry, which, let's be honest, I mean, yay or nay on whether the auto industry probably was for a long time the most undereducated industry that there was, right?
It still is.
It still is 100%. Yes.
So a lot of opportunity, a lot of great things out there. Go get this book, Mile 1 Leadership. Go to the website and just want to learn about him and learn about this book. I'm telling you, let's read about it, what's going on and what the purpose is. You're going to purchase it. So get out there, support him, love on him. Everybody, let's go. Ed Roberts, thank you so much for being on the show. I'm Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy. And we've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast with the one,
the only Ed Roberts. All right, man, we're going to forgive, focus, fly. But before we go, you got anything you want to say?
Hey, I appreciate you guys' time. If you guys don't have anything going on with your training programs yet, check out Fred and Lou's Green to Great. It's a great program to get you off the ground rolling. And that's what we need to do, is develop our people and move forward.
Thank you so much for that, man. We shout out to you. All right, my friends, let's forgive, focus, fly, and let's roll.
Let's get that rocking with this 100% CGC approved solutionary. Right. Let's forgive, focus, fly. On 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing, y'all. Let's go. Thank you so much, everybody. Man, you want to go to Orlando?
Dude, of course I want to go to Orlando.
Down there.
One of my favorite places in the whole world.
Heck yeah. Well, you enjoy yourself. Ed, we love you, brother. Have a great one.
That's right. You guys see it. Go get it.
Yeah.
We out.